Hey, welcome back to episode 3 of Three Truths. And I guess today this one was kind of just out of the blue. I wanted to record a podcast. So, here we are. I'm going to talk about music. Because I want to. Maybe this one won't be 30 minutes. We'll see. We're going to be talking about something that I can't pronounce called, I can't even. I gotta look at the right. Dang it, that's Wikipedia for chess. Okay, yeah. So this fun little thing, called a Gesamtkunstwerk. It's German. You know the train, you probably can hear that. Recording this, like, in the morning. Train likes to come by. Actually, not really, that's a lie. It's usually, in the middle of the night. It's great. Love it. Let's see. So the origins of this word came from... Actually, no one cares about the genuine origins, but Wagner, this crazy racist who liked operas, he's the guy that did the bum bum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum, that thing. This idea of a total artwork, you might have heard this from someone called Brian David Gilbert, where you take all these different mediums of art and just smash them together to make like the quote-unquote perfect art. So back in the days, that was opera, at least according to Wagner's theory, where you take like music, the acting, the stage work, the costumes, all of that, and like Wagner, he was more than just a composer, even though no one cares about what he composed, or that's only what people care about, but he also did. He was very strict about the costumes and everything. He was sort of like an artistic director. You probably don't know, because I just wanted to record one of these episodes where it's like I talk about an interest, which is great. I love being able to, just ramble about something. But usually when I talk about music, it's like, oh, I'm just saying really weird words, and sure, I'll let Amy indulge herself and talk about British textile designers and fun words like tonicization. Yeah, but who cares? This is a normal podcast. This is me doing what I want to do, which I don't know. That's definitely not a normal podcast if I've ever heard one. Like, what kind of podcast is self-serving? This one, gosh darn it. Um. Yeah. Back to what I was saying. Wagner was he was more of an artistic director than just merely a composer, like people think of him as. Uh, but that, I don't care about. Wagner, he might have written bum 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 bum, but nobody cares. Besides, I don't know, Fantasia? I think he was in Fantasia. Um, I think he wrote that too. I'm not sure. You probably don't even know what I was singing there. But it's probably Wagner as well. I don't know. It's been way too long since I've watched Fantasia. But, what I was saying, so, the musical, not the musical, the opera was considered, at least by Wagner, the Gesamtkunstwerk. I'm just gonna call it the ultimate work, because that's what it translates to. Wagner's idea of the ultimate work was an opera. But I believe, and this is the reason I kind of wanted to do this, was I see a lot of like musical analysis YouTube videos. They're really fun, and I wanted to do one of my own. Problem is, I just I don't know if I have those ideas. Like, these are basically college thesi put into a YouTube video, and I'm like, I don't have well, not the creativity, but like, I don't know, I just never had any, I don't know where to start. Where do I start making these like ideas where I can fully form them? And the first one that came to my mind, video games. Just listen, okay? Video games are the the furthest consultation of where you could take an ultimate work. Operas, that's got nothing on video games. Because what does an opera have? It has music. Well, okay, so you're gonna obviously have your audio and your visual, but you can break that up into so much more. Because at least for an opera, the audio is the music and the singing, and then in the visual side, it's like the acting, the I guess if you put this into more of a musical light, the choreography. Um, I don't know if you're recording it for like a movie or like live recording of the show. There's also the cinematography. There's the just the production in general, lighting and all that stuff. But in video games, the audio has a lot more to work with than just like the music, and the singing. That's just the composer and the performer. In video games, you can have something called Foley, which is audio design. Audio design is just another tool that you can't do that. You can kind of do that to a certain extent. Like in Hamilton, one of those very big points was when Hamilton was shot, and it's this kind of stuttered like gunshot effect, which I believe they really had a very focused idea on. Like, that was a very conscious effort to make that sound. And sure, that's one example. Wagner wasn't even alive when Hamilton came out, but video games, they always have that kind of stuff. There's always opportunities for the music to continue and push, whatever the message is or whatever the artistic direction is. I just realized I didn't play the second part of the intro, so let's pretend that I just did an 8-minute intro on purpose. Roll the music. Alright, so while that was playing, I was trying to think of more, so I guess the next part would be to explain. So I said, on top of just the music, even, so, you can separate the audio format of like a video game, for example, into 3 big parts: the music, the audio design, and, well, it's mainly, I'm just gonna separate those two. Like with the opera, it was really just the music, because I guess the sub format of that would be the composer and the player, and you can do that same. So there's just the music, and then there's the audio design. But something you can also add onto the music is that it can be dynamic, and this is something that's been happening lately in video games, probably since like 2010s, where one of the biggest examples is Doom. I've never played it. Well, in actual playthrough, I've seen gameplay, and I've played it for like 10 minutes. I played Eternal. That was fun. It's kind of hard, but in Doom's 2016, the music would be very dynamic based on what was happening. The music would get more intense if you were in the middle of a fight, it'd be even more intense in like a boss fight, and it would calm down after a fight. And sure, there's bajillion other examples. Off the top of my head, Breath of the Wild, something more of my taste. Do I still have Breath of the Wild? I'm literally gonna check right now, because I kind of want to play that after. If I do, um, where where? Oh, there's my bag. Let's check what. Real quick break, guys. Let's see what I've got. I've got Animal Crossing, New Horizons, uh, Super Mario Odyssey, Puyo Puyo Tetris. Oh, and there it goes all on the floor. But no Breath of the Wild. One second. I'm professional, guys. I'm fresh. Uh, um, yeah. I guess my brother still has it. He'll be coming by in 2 weeks, which will give me less opportunities to record my podcasts, which I'm not really excited about. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but it's kind of why I wanted to record just right now out of the blue. Like, I'm in the middle of class. I think I'm technically, because I'm online, I'm technically on lunch break, I think. Even then, I would be on the bus. Yeah, I'm in lunch right now. Yeah. No, I'm in lunch. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild. Um, like depending on the amount of damage you did during an attack, like there would be these different sound effects. The band would like accent it with these like big hits. Like I don't know. I don't really know. I only have like 10 hours on Breath of the Wild. That's why I said I was gonna play it if I did have it, but I don't. So I'll probably play Minecraft or something. Um, Breath of the Wild also. Hmm. What else about Breath of the Wild? Because I've seen a lot of analysis on that. There's I guess not really, because Breath of the Wild was such an ambient, different artistic direction compared to like the big like, oh, the hero's coming, he's gonna save us all. Instead, it's was so more ambient and like so naturally there would be more of an emphasis on Foley work, audio design, where stuff like the stuff in Zelda's bag, stuff in Link's bag, I'm sorry, stuff in Link's bag would like they had just so much different recordings depending on what was in there. Like more stuff was in there. It was a different file for the audio. Um, even his shoes, like I believe they had like combinations of different weights depending on well first what he's walking on, but then on top of that, if he was running, how much he had in his bag. It was insane. Nintendo is insane with that with their kind of detail. Um, but I guess not so much on the music for that. More for the effects. Um, so I think that covers the audio part. If I remember something else, I'll probably go back to that in a completely unexpected uh, twist. Yeah, like it's a plot twist. Like, oh, I gotta keep you on your toes. I'm gonna be talking about modeling all of a sudden. Boom, back to high pass filters. Yeah, I want to hear about that for 5 minutes. Okay, to the visual aspect of video games that Wagner operas they've got nothing on. Also, you want to see a picture of Wagner? I'm just gonna leave that up because look at this racist. Come on, I'm using farm internet. Stupid. He goes on the wall of shame. Look at this sheet music. I don't know who that is. I don't really know about his history. Let's just... Come on. Here we go. That's gonna stay up. So, visual aspect. Well, look, I'm the gay pianist. Maybe I'm not, ready to talk about the visual aspect, because I'm so less, cultured. Sure, that word works. I'm so less cultured on the visual aspect of video design. Um, so I guess some parallels you could draw is costumes as character design, um, character modeling. I don't know. Um, yeah, this is going nowhere. What else can I do? It's okay, guys. Um, oh yeah, I said I was for episode 3. I was gonna look back at episode 2 and just see what I could take from it, because I know it wasn't a great episode. But like I said, amateurism, that's great. We love amateurism on this podcast. I guess I'll hold that for episode 4 and then forget about it and say it's going to be episode 5. As I don't even have the doc pulled up, and I know on the tagline says we'll get to it in another episode. Um, Actually, let me pull up the doc right now. To a tree truth. Let's see here. We got podcast ideas. Yes, I'm literally looking at the podcast ideas right now. Here it is. Sideways style video where I explain video games and ultimate works. Not gonna say that. Still. Hey, in the comments, try to spell this word. Don't cheat. I know I'm gonna put it maybe in the thumbnail. Not the thumbnail, in the video title. But don't cheat. Look away right now. Spell that. And if you spell it right, you're German now. Honestly, if you spelled it right, you are German. Who else would get that right? Music. No. I think, you know what? I don't need this episode to be 30 minutes. So, just to, end the episode, what's your, what have you been listening to lately? What kind of music? Oh, really? Yeah, personally, it's my podcast, let me talk. Um, Personally, I always struggle when people ask me that question, like, I don't know, I listen to a lot of different musics. Maybe that's an excuse, probably, honestly. Like, lately I've been listening to a lot of jazz. Um, I've got, like, pulled up right now a tab of Chopin. Look at this. Brigitte and Giner. Um, they're great. Probably even it's all the nocturnes of Chopin, which I hope you know is a classical composer from Poland. You probably didn't know the Poland part, but that's okay. Um, it's like, I don't know. I guess that does have to overall wrap with the whole. I don't know what I'm uh just struggling about being open with what I'm into. Um, and even then, it's maybe part of my memory. I don't remember what I've been doing. I'm gonna blame that on quarantine, but like I've always, like I always say, since Texas, I just can't remember what's going on. Um, ooh, Opus 9, number 2. You all know this one. Like, there's no way you don't know this one. I could play on my piano right now, but you would die because my audio quality isn't great for that. I could probably like plug it in through USB, but I'll write that down actually. Plug in and OBS. Yeah. Um. Should I just? Should I? Hey, should I just play the outro then, guys? Um. I did get to 20 minutes, so good on me. Good on me. Um. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I guess this was a fun 20 minutes. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. Here's the music.